using Autodesk Inventor 2013 to create an end table. In the last tutorial we created a rail. In this tutorial we're going to create the top and show you different ways of doing tops. So we go back up here, new, from new, standard part, okay, and we're back into our third part. So I'll create 2D sketch. This time it's going to be a simple square top to start, and then we'll show you a bit more complicated. So rectangle, 2-point center rectangle, we click on it, once again add dimensions, and I'll say that this is going to be 15 and this will be 15. Okay, and we can hit finish, and then right away we can just hit extrude and set this to 3/4 because that's how thick our top's going to be, and we're done. Now here we can add some bevels and rounds just to show a bit of detail. So we can simply hit fillet, and in fillet we can change this radius either here or over here. I'm going to put it to 0.5, like a 1/2-inch router bit, and I can just click on these and you can see how I can easily just show that the edges are rounded. Okay, and then I would just hit the check mark or apply here, and then we're done. Okay, and that's a very simple solid top. Okay, now the flip side of that is I'm going to click undo all the way back, okay, to right here. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the top view, and we're going to change this to 15 again. Oops, let's go into here, go 15. Okay, and we're going to make a rail that's got 4 pieces. So dimension, or a top that's got 4 pieces, and we're going to say this is going to be 4 inches. So there's our first part, and now what I want to do is I want to put 45s on this. So what I can do is go to line, click up here, and I can just create a line, doesn't matter where, and hit cancel. And I'm going to zoom in a tiny bit. We can then go dimension, and I'm going to dimension from here to here, and I'll put that as 45. And then I'm just going to hit escape to get out of dimension. Now what I can do is I can do something called trim. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to trim. I'm going to trim this bit off. And then I'm going to bit that bit off. And you can see now that I've done some stuff, it kind of messes this up a bit. Okay. And you can see it's still 15 in that. And then I'm going to take this one here. And I can't trim it because it's not actually able to trim. So I just click on it and hit delete. Okay. So there's my first bevel. Now I can add a line. And I can do my mirroring again. So I can hit mirror, select my object, I'm going to select that, my mirror line right here, hit apply, I'm automatically over there, done. Go back to trim, and again trim off, that might give me an error, it does, so I can just highlight it, hit delete. Right, so there's my rail. Click on finish. Okay, so zoom out a bit, and go back to extrude, and click that, extrude it, and it's 3/4 already, click OK. So there's my rail. Okay, or sorry, my top of my 4 pieces to my top. Now I'm going to put glass in it, so I probably want to wrap it. It's kind of looking a bit thick right away actually. So we're going to go back into here, go to sketch, and I'm just going to change this distance from here, from there to there. I'm going to change that to 3, so what happens? There we go. Okay, hit finish sketch, and you can see it automatically changes up. Now I'm going to add a rabbit, so as if we were putting a piece of glass or tile here. So go create 2D sketch, click on here, and instead of the center rectangle, I'm going to use a 2-point rectangle. And I'm not going to draw right on here because if I extrude back, it won't cut it all the way. So I'm going to kind of come over a little bit like this, and over a bit like this. Doesn't matter the distance. And then the only thing that matters is this thickness here. We probably want it to match the glass. Maybe it's 0.25, 1/4 inch thick, or 1/4. Okay, now you can see what happened is it did move. So I'm going to Control Z it, right? And I'm going to make sure that it doesn't move. So I'm going to take this and 0.25. Oh, it's moving, isn't it? So we'll go undo, and we'll just set a couple other dimensions up. So the dimension of this whole thing, okay, we'll set that. So now that I've done that, I can go 0.25. Now you can see it doesn't move the actual piece. Click on finish. Okay, now I've got my piece there. I can extrude, grab that one little piece, and let's see if I can grab it right there. I'm going to reverse it. Now this time, you can see there's material. I'm going to use this one called cut. Cut it away, and again 0.25. Maybe I only want it 1/4 inch. Maybe I want it half. Okay, so 0.5. And then I would hit OK, and there'd be my finished rail. Okay, so that now concludes having a rail that is one part out of 4. And we will stop by saving this, and I'm going to call this top, call it top rail. Okay, there we go. And that concludes this tutorial, and on to assembling next.